And we're live. Welcome to the Wednesday Nights, a group of friends that get together and play role-playing games on Roll20. On Wednesdays, we live stream our adventures. Well, most Wednesdays. We live stream our adventures here on Twitch. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, where you can watch all of our previous episodes. Now, let's meet everyone. Tonight we have Bryce.
Hello, hello. I will be playing Wilhelm Boberg, Bolshevik journalist.
And Laird.
Good evening, and I am Laird. I will be playing Charles Stein, ex-military officer.
And Stillavantis.
Hey, I'll be playing Lucky, the 18-year-old circus acrobat and professional knife thrower.
And I am GM Jeremy. So tonight, we're going to be playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. This is actually episode 2 of the Something Wicked campaign. The setting is Berlin, 1920. And this episode is actually going to be taking place in November. One thing I want to call out to our viewers is that this campaign contains adult themes that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. And with that, let's pick up where we left off with our investigators. And so tonight we've got...
Just curious, do you have music going?
I do.
Okay, I'll refresh then.
Yep, and we should have some sound effects as we...
The bell tolls.
Yeah, as we go into the city here.
Looks like I had the music turned down for some reason.
Ah. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. All right. Let me close this. Now, in our last episode, you guys had gone to a screening of the horror classic, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Met up with your friend, Carl Meyer. And you saw your friend, Rupert Merriweather, the English gentleman, at the party there as well. In meeting, and this is that's important for what's going to come up tonight. So, however, in the last episode...
Rupert is important?
Rupert's important, yeah. We'll get to him in a second. So, but in the last episode, you guys had met Carl. He had inherited this house from his uncle who had gone missing. He was having some issues of theft and asked you guys to investigate. And you guys had learned that his uncle had turned into a ghoul, and he was the one who was stealing the books. However, to keep Carl's sanity, what's left of it maybe, he decided to withhold that information from him. He was still happy, though, that he believed the story that you told him, and he paid you guys, and he was happy with the results. And so that was a month ago. That was in October 1920. It has been it's been a month since that time. So now we're sitting in the month of November. Yeah, let's see here. I want to make sure I have a... can't remember if I made a handout for this or not to show to you guys. But it's now November. And you guys, you've been keeping in touch, but kind of going off doing your own thing. When you guys receive word that Rupert has become quite ill, so ill, in fact, that he has been hospitalized.
He's the one that was coughing, right?
That's right.
At the party?
It must be the consumption.
Maybe. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely, not a good situation. So you guys have received word that things are not looking good for Rupert. in the hospital there, and he has asked to see you guys.
Yes, pay him last respects. I will go for sure.
I wasn't that interested in him, but I'll tag along.
Yeah.
I might make
Charles finds. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'd just make a note, everybody, to clear your dots on your character sheets if you haven't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely clear the dots on your character sheets of any skills that you used last game, because we are definitely starting over.
Chuck actually never met the guy. So he finds it odd that he has this invitation, but
so
curious
yeah,
nonetheless.
so definitely Wilhelm received a note, we'll say a telegram, that Rupert Merriweather is gravely ill at the Charité Hospital in Berlin, and wishes to visit with him tomorrow afternoon, Thursday, and asks that you bring your friends. And so,
Okay.
so really, Wilhelm.
Well, I will call them up. And yeah, Chuck, you met him at the party. I mean, you guys didn't say much, but you did meet him at the party, the coughing man who left early. No?
No, because Charles was separate from that group at that time. But we could
I thought
easily...
he was Lois.
With Lois, but she wasn't also at that. We were close by, but we weren't part of that group. We could easily run into each other in a coffee shop or something. Not coffee shop, but a diner.
Well, Lois is like, "Oh, Chuck, we have to go. Oh, he was such a sweet old man. I can't believe that he's ill. We must go."
Which is going to bring Lucky along.
Yep, I'll tag along.
Certainly, we'll go make sure he's getting on the up and up.
Oh, he was such a sweet, sweet old man.
Consumption.
All right. And so you guys can make any preparations you need or whatever, because it's not until tomorrow in the afternoon is when he's asked for you guys to visit him. Okay, let me close that. And so
I'll prepare an obituary for the paper just in case.
Oh my gosh. Charles probably peruse the newspapers, even though he doesn't read German all that much, and he'd attempt to read what he can, and of course pictures help too. So
very good pictures.
All right, so the next day, you guys find your way through Berlin to the Charité Hospital, and you ask to see Rupert Merriweather, and you are shown in, and I mean he looks like death. He's laying on his hospital bed there, and he's got. I keep clicking on the wrong note. I got too many notes open. Okay. There's that one. Sorry, hang on one second. Gotta move all these out of the way. And there's that one. And so he looks terrible, laying there. And he's coughing. Definitely some blood, in the tissue as he's coughing. He's oh, my dear boy, Wilhelm. I'm so glad that you made it. I see that you brought your friends, as I asked.
Of course, Merriweather. I would not miss this. How are you feeling?
Not so good. The doctors don't know exactly what it is.
That guy looks dead already.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not looking good.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. Indeed. That is why I asked for you particularly. I talked with Carl. He told me what you did for him. And I need your help as well. if I may be so bold as to ask for it.
Yes, yes.
Please, sit down, William, and your friends too, and the beautiful young lady. Yes, please have a seat.
I'll motion to the chairs, and I'll kind of, half saddle on the edge of his bed next to him.
In my youth, I and some fellow students became involved in what we believed to be an innocent exploration of the occult, led by a slightly older man named Marion Allen. The 6 of us purchased an old farmhouse a few miles west of Berlin, near the village of Ross's Corners. There we would conduct seances and other psychic research in privacy. Alas, our work had unforeseen results. Our last experiment summoned an evil force into this world. Instead of attempting to expel the thing, we were frightened, and we abandoned the old house, confident that the magic that had brought the evil thing to this world would also keep it confined in the vacant house, or send it back after a short time. However, I have since discovered that the spell that binds the entity to the house lasts only as long as the casters live. I am the last of the group, and I fear that I am not long for this world. I fear that upon my death, this thing will go free and wreak havoc on the folks thereabouts. I'm too old, too ill, and too much of a coward to go back to that house to try to banish the entity myself. I'm guilty of many things, but my deepest sin was unleashing that horror that fateful night. I'm convinced the entity will escape its confinement on my death. Please, Wilhelm, take the box, he says, gesturing weakly towards an innocuous metal box on the nightstand beside the bed. All the aid I can offer you lies within. You must find the courage to send that thing back to where it came from. You must see this done. Do this for me. Please.
Well, don't die now, man.
Maybe I don't quite understand fully what you say, but I will look into this and see what I can do.
He's pointing to the box. Sorry.
These are riddles you speak of.
I'm sorry. Well, you start to see a little bit of trickle of blood coming out of his mouth.
Merryweather, rest, Merryweather. And I'll open the box, look inside.
Okay, you grab the box. Merryweather is suddenly choked by this sudden spasm. And he doubles over, and he groans, and he coughs forth a huge gout of blood, splattering all of you around his bed. You were just like, you've never seen, like, you didn't even know it was possible for this much blood to come out of somebody. And then he falls back onto the bed, a nurse walking by. She's like, "Well, doctor!"
Yeah, I scream for a doctor.
Yeah. He falls back, apparently collapsing into some sort of a coma. Everyone needs to roll a sanity check.
No.
Ooh. Sorry, Lucky. You're going to lose 1 point of sanity. Oh, Wilhelm as well.
Oop.
It's going to lose
Sorry.
1 point of sanity.
How do you subtract a sanity? Do you have to edit your mode and?
Oh, yeah, you go into edit mode and just reduce it.
Gotcha.
Ooh, Chuck as well loses 1 point of sanity. You can't believe it. You guys got blood on you. The doctor comes rushing in. He's like, "Move aside, move aside." And then he gestures for some orderlies to come in, and they start checking him. Move back, move back. He needs air. He needs air. Yes, and somebody see to that man. He needs he needs something.
I'm standing up on the chair, like freaking out.
All right, I'll slink out with the box now that the professionals are here. There's nothing more I can do but get in the way.
Yeah, and Charles would have probably tried to cover Lois as much as possible and fail given the amount, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's just
but then
like,
he'll also
gasping.
He'll also kind of harry her out of the room.
What do you think's wrong with him? That's so bizarre. And so as you guys are exiting, the room quickly fills.
Evil spirits. Madame Belowski, she always talked about these evil spirits and how they could just rip you apart.
Evil spirits, a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, says Lois. And as you guys are leaving, the room quickly fills with interns and nurses and a couple of doctors, and then you guys, as you're kind of stepping out, this harried nurse says, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave now. We've got to take care of him." And then they close the door as you guys exit out of the room.
Chuck's gonna excuse himself for a bathroom and try to get some of that blood off of him that apparently splattered on us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oof. Yep. You got some blood on you.
Clean up a bit.
Yep. And Wilhelm, you picked up the box. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
What was in the box?
I didn't quite get to look. I had blood belched all over me.
Yep. This is
So Lucky will just keep going on about, various fortune tellers at the circus and how they talked about, evil spirits and how they'll seek out their victims unless the people come back to the fortune tellers. And
you are just as crazy as Wilhelm, as Merryweather.
Maybe Wilhelm.
I'm Wilhelm.
You guys get cleaned up. The hospital's getting busier. There's a coffee shop around the corner that you guys can go to and check out the box, see what's in there.
While we're all still covered in blood?
Well, after you guys come out of the restroom,
the hospital.
then you come out. It's getting busier. They're constantly pushing you guys aside as they're running around. And but there is, like I said, like a coffee shop around the corner from the hospital. So you guys head outside, head over to the coffee shop, get yourself a cup of coffee, and open up this box. All right, so inside you find... Ooh, this is kind of cool. Inside you find a folded up document, and inside of that folded up document is a key. And that document is this one. Oh, hold on. Are you guys not changing screens?
I see a handout.
I see the handout and I see the road.
Okay, there we go. It looked like my ghost account was not changing screens. Okay. All right. Okay, so inside you find this handout, first of all. So feel free to take a look at that. To your friends in the years after the nightmarish events of the night of my youth, I've seen many strange things, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I should read it for the viewers. Only now do I begin to grasp the truth of the reality, the letter says. in the scope of what is happening in the world, I've tried, in my small way, to combat the horrors and make amends for my part, and bring one to our plane of existence. What I have left to offer, what riches and wealth I have, I will put to good use in dealing with these abominations. It is the very least this old coward can do. I could never make myself go back to that little farmhouse and put those events to right. I, too, gravely feared that which my friends and I loosed upon this countryside. Nothing of consequence has yet taken place, but with my death, I fear the bonds will be broken and the horror freed to come and go as it pleases. Lives not yet taken already weigh heavy on my conscience. The method of delivering the thing out of this world is still in that accursed house. The translations, made by Marion from the book De Vermis Mysteries. I was never strong enough to take on the task, but I have hope that you are. In ridding the world of this, perhaps you will save my soul from hell. But I fear that my deeds have not been enough to release me from this heavy burden. I do not expect your forgiveness for what I ask of you. Rupert Merriweather. Close that. All right. So basically, there's a letter here that's appears to be Rupert trying to explain his reasons for asking you to take on such a dangerous task. Definitely seems that whatever's going on terrified him, and he fears what's going to happen after he dies.
And we have to go in there to find the translations to how we get rid of what's in there.
Yeah. Now,
Great.
also in this box,
Right.
Also in this box is another
A gun.
box that looks like this.
Some dynamite.
Crucifix.
A small coffin, huh?
Maltos.
It is a sarcophagus. That pop up for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is another item that was in the box. It's a sarcophagus-shaped box. The lid comes off the box easily, but there's nothing inside. And then...
It looks like there's a script on it, though.
Yes, it does.
Okay. We maybe take a closer look at that.
Sure. You could... It's up to you. You could do something like history or archaeology to try to figure out what these marks are.
Let's see.
Yeah, Wilhelm takes a look. He's like, no idea.
Now, it only counts if you get a success, right? It doesn't
Correct.
matter if you fail.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'll try history. Nope.
Okay.
Where the heck is history?
Oh, there's my history. Yeah, I couldn't find it.
No.
What category is history under?
It's
It's above
underneath
language.
the... Yes. It's above language. Weird, it doesn't have its own category.
Yeah, so trying to pull together what you've learned from various studies about history and archaeology, you're not able to tell very much about the markings that are on this box. You might have to...
Hey, maybe we could go to the
try to Nicole as well.
library and
Uh,
and look at this or the something.
Yeah, I mean the library possibly. You could also try to find an expert. Let's see, maybe Lois. Let me check Lois. She's sitting there. What an interesting looking box. Let's find her character sheet.
Did she seem unaware that it looks like a sarcophagus, or do you think she's just being polite?
She looks at you. She's like, I went to university.
Lois did? I thought she was with the circus.
Just because I'm with the circus. I told you when you hired me, I went to university. I studied engineering. Men. Let's see what she knows. She doesn't know very much. But she'll take a look anyway at this thing. Yes, well, it's a very pretty box nonetheless. Maybe we could talk to a professor at the university.
It's not a bad idea.
And there are a couple of universities here in Berlin. Let's see here. Let me scroll back. And one of the universities does also have a pretty popular library as well. It is the Friedrich Wilhelm University.
Maybe we could sketch a few of these characters down so we're not actually exposing this box to others. Oh, there you go.
Hey, Wilhelm, did you ever get that picture of that creature?
I don't know what you're speaking of.
You know, the one. It was a crazy night. I thought you got pictures.
Chuck is just going to slide his foot under the table a bit and give Lucky a little bit of a nudge.
So you might want to write this down in the notes. There are 3 big or main universities in Berlin. One is Friedrich Wilhelm University, and that is where Lois went to school. There is also the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Physics, under its current director, Albert Einstein. And lastly, there is the Institute of Sexology. Don't think the Institute of Sexology is going to help you very much, but you never know.
I bet we will find Klaus there.
Oh, maybe. He's painting there.
And it might kind of be fun to check the place out.
Maybe.
What was that? Yeah.
Yeah, so, Lois says, darling, that's where I went to school. Friedrich Wilhelm University. And then, okay, so inside the box so far, you found the letter from Rupert, a key, the sarcophagus-shaped box, and there is a slim journal in there as well. Now, the slim journal is filled with information. I'm not going to read all of it, but I will make this available to you guys.
Oh, wow.
Is it written in German?
It is written in English because Rupert is English.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I
also
know
have English.
Okay.
So I can't read it.
But Chuck can.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wilhelm gives it a shot. He's like, can't read it. And, I should give you this. I'm going to give you guys this as well. It hasn't come up yet, but you should know the layout of your city that you're in. So here's a little map. I also have a bigger map that I can use for the game, but that's just a little map of Berlin for you.
Nice.
Yep, there's the sex university. Research for Klaus, of course.
Of course, of course. Like I said, he's probably there, painting.
Institute for Sexualwissenschaft.
Yep.
Does it have the theater on there?
Oh, it might. It might. All right.
Okay.
What do you guys like to do?
Box held a small animal. That's actually a bound gin.
What was that?
There were 4 pieces of amber in the box.
Are you reading the journal, or should I say,
I'm scanning it.
or should I say, Chuck is reading the journal and pointing stuff out for everyone?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. You said you speak English though, right? Oh,
Yeah,
what
I
kind of
failed my
failure
roll.
roll? So it looks like they found information in regards to this in Lois's alma mater. And there's a book reference, Divimus Mysterious. It explains this box. The book thinks that there was a small animal trapped in the box, but it was host to a djinn.
What's a djinn?
I don't really know.
Is that the evil spirit?
Some kind of spirit, maybe, because it does reference this book as a guide to the spirit world.
I've heard that term in the Tales of Arabian Nights. Oh wait, no, that hasn't happened yet, huh? Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
And they set a date to conduct a ceremony to summon the djinn. It's the night before a new moon. They have used symbols which are typically thought of as evil symbols as part of this ceremony.
Yeah, definitely quite a bit to, and digest there. And so even though, like, Wilhelm, he's got a pretty decent English ability. So it just means you would need to spend a little bit more time with it before you could interpret it. But someone who's a native speaker can just obviously immediately start reading it and knowing what it's all about.
And I can help also if I'm looking over his shoulder while he's working on things, because I would assume with language, if you are trained at least somewhat in a language, you're picking out certain words and whatnot. You may not understand certain words, and having the native there would help, of course.
And Lois, puts down her cup of coffee and she grabs the key off the table and looks at it. What do you think this opens? Perhaps sex dungeon?
That's a different university, my dear.
I would guess the front door to his house.
Did he leave you his house?
Haunted, darling.
I don't believe such nonsense.
Nor I. That is why I'm intrigued.
Me too. What do you plan to do?
Regardless, it should be a good time.
She lights up a cigarette. What do we plan to do?
A sleepover? Pictures, maybe?
Of the house. Perhaps ghosts and gremlins.
Or
Do
one of
bring
these
your
gin
sheep,
spirits.
darling.
I don't believe in such nonsense. Why are you always trying to fool me, Chuck?
Oh, it'd be a laugh. A little scare never hurt anybody, right?
Doesn't sound so scary to me.
Well, good. We should have fun with it.
I am a woman of science,
Of course. You can look at it from that point of view. May help.
Yes, but poor Rupert. I hope he's okay.
Did you see how much blood that guy gave out?
I know. I'm so worried for him. He's
That
such a
was
handsome
crazy.
man.
I've never seen so much blood like that.
Poor Rupert. We should do something nice for him, don't you think?
I'm thinking during the conversation between those two, Charles shares a glance with Wilhelm. Little glance of concern, pretty much knowing that Rupert's dead, or will be.
He seems so scared.
You must hold on a little bit longer.
He seems so scared. Perhaps he's better now. We could give him flowers, or I give him a kiss on the cheek. Make him feel better.
I'm sure that would do wonders.
There's still time. It is
Appears
only
to be
3 o'clock,
telepathic.
she says.
Perhaps we can see him again after we get back from his place.
Can I at least buy him a little teddy bear and give it to him, make him feel better while he's so sick?
Of course you can.
And she kisses you on the cheek.
Maybe make him some baked goods to bring.
Oh, I won't have it ready before hospital closes, but maybe I could make him something, buy him some pastries. Yes. Tomorrow or the next day. But I get him flowers and little teddy bear. See if
Are we
Maybe
going
we
to go
should.
to the university?
I was going to say maybe we should head over there.
the university's open very late. It is open on weekends and evenings. Students always studying. But yes, we should go there. Let me get him flowers, and then we go.
All right.
But what do we do? How do we get rid of it? It tells us how we can see it with the powder, if we find some powder. Unless it just says something in the translations, which are going to be upstairs. That's where they stored them. The thing is locked in the attic, so it can't leave the attic, so we'll be safe in the house. But Rupert really didn't know how to get rid of it. He just says he was researching a way to do it on his own way. But I have a feeling the answer may be already transcribed from that book.
In all likelihood. Plus the source material that they first found out a lot about would be really good, I think. At least a good place to start.
Yeah, reverse the process or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If there is such a thing. The game is afoot, gentlemen.
Yeah, see...
Well, let's see if the library knows what these symbols and stuff is.
Professor's there.
So you guys spend like a couple hours, in the coffee house and kind of reviewing all the paperwork and the journal and discussing amongst yourself. Lois heads back to buy a gift for Rupert, and you guys finish up your discussions and start to head outside, and Lois comes back and she's got these flowers in her hand and this little tiny teddy bear, and she just looks at Chuck and she's just like, and she just looks so sad. "Oh, Chuck," she says, and she falls into Chuck's arms. "He's gone, he's gone, he's gone."
Oh no. That's horrible.
They said it was an hour ago. He's gone.
While putting his arms around her and comforting her in that fashion, he's going to look at the other two
My
with
eyes are
a little bit of concern. Yeah.
Such a sweet man. We must do something to help him, so his spirits can rest.
Well, it looks like we're already set down that path.
Yes, yes. We should go check on his house.
Loud,
We should check
give
on
a really
his
loud gulp, look kind of ashen-faced.
house.
This means it will no longer be in the attic.
Yeah.
I will bring my rifle.
Oh, you worry so much about nothing, Wilhelm. Probably only thing in the attic is a rat or raccoon. But if it would make his soul feel better that we look at his house, we should. But yes,
Maybe you should go back to the circus.
Oh,
Well,
lucky
let's
you
go out
boss
there.
me around in show. We're not in show right now. I'm with Chuck right now.
This educated lady's free to do what she wants.
Yes, and she kisses him on the cheek.
He gives her a smile.
And yes, the university's still open if you wish to go there and research your stuff.
I think that would be a good idea. Let's head over there, guys.
Yep.
All right. So you guys head over to the Frederick Wilhelm University Library, and just as Lois said, there are students about, and let's see here. Yep, there are students about studying.
So I would like to try to go and look up stuff in the library, and maybe in the occult section.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a library use roll. Let's take a look here.
Nope.
You spend a few hours. You don't turn up anything as you're researching occultish stuff.
Are the majority of these books, I'm assuming, are in German?
I would say there'd be a mix.
All right.
I'd say there's probably lots of books in different languages here.
True. Yeah, Chuck will see what he can do.
Okay, yeah, if you want
to help with this.
Yep, go ahead and do a library use roll.
So close.
Yep, I'm gonna head to the card catalog and look up for occult and Egyptian and hieroglyphs, and I'm gonna mention I'll be looking for the dust of Ibn Ghazi, all that good stuff in my search.
Okay. Ooh, look at that, a hard success.
Nice.
Excellent. All right, so you guys spend like an hour looking through the library, doing research on all the things you can think of. Wilhelm, you managed to turn up a copy of the ordinary reference volume mentioned by Marion Allen in Merriweather's journal. It contains a drawing and a short description of the small box that you have. So the little sarcophagus. It notes that little is known about the box, although scholars believe it to have been the possession of the little-known Nafru Ka. I'm going to spell that for you guys. Nafru Ka. There we go. A would-be usurper of the Egyptian throne who lived during the 3rd dynasty of ancient Egypt. The box was believed to have been given to Nafru Ka by the gods, and was said to contain a jinn that could be called upon to enact some form of service. The book states the golden box was owned by the Parkenby Andersons. I'll spell that for you as well. Parkenby Andersons. A British noble family. However, it was stolen in 1871 and has not been seen since.
Okay, so I'm going to cross-reference back to the Parkenby Andersons nobles, see if they were like excavators or bought this or how they got it and where they got it from, trace it back to its source.
Yeah, you feel like you're on a roll. You feel pretty good. Go ahead and do another library use roll. Everyone else can get a second library use roll as well. Look at that, Wilhelm. He is on a roll. All right. So Wilhelm.
Try and see like any stories where maybe it was used.
Okay.
And how it was dealt with when it was used. Like obviously he was an attempted usurper, so he failed. How did he fail? How did they defeat him?
So, as you're researching more about this Egyptian sarcophagus, you turn up a book about the fabled civilization of Mu. M-U. A reproduction of sea-eroded carvings purported to be Muvian in origin closely resemble those found inside the lid of the golden box. The book offers nothing in the way of translation, and the glyphs remain indecipherable. So what you notice, this is important.
Not Egyptian at all.
The writing on the outside appears to be Egyptian hieroglyphics, but on the inside of the lid matches this fabled languages of this, or symbols of this fabled civilization of Mu.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, Chuck.
Can I? Oh.
Yep. So we'll get to Lucky in a moment. So Chuck also got a success. As Chuck was looking through the library, you found that the library catalog shows that a copy of De Vermis Mysteries is held by the university. And it appears to be stored in the section called the Restricted Collection. And we'll say that Lois was helping you with some of the interpretations and all of that.
Okay.
Now, Lucky had a question.
Is there like a female librarian or something like that I can go and like try to? Lucky's just not having any luck looking up this stuff. He doesn't know universities, and he knows how to read, but he doesn't know how to look anything up. Can he like persuade a librarian to help him find something about the hieroglyphs?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to persuade because that's what they're there for. So you can just go up and ask one of the librarians for assistance.
Oh yeah, so I'll do that. I'll say, hey, can you
Okay.
can you help me look up what these symbols mean?
And she says,
School
sure,
project.
yes. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, we can try. Let's see what we can find. And so you guys run off searching for which symbols, the hieroglyphics or what?
Yeah, the ones on the outside.
Okay. Okay. And let's see. So with Chuck, yep. We're done there. Oh, yep. All right. So you guys got some more information there.
Charles will see about what needs to happen to get his hands on the book.
Sure. And Lois says, good luck. I could never get any of the restricted books for any of the papers that I was working on. He gives a pouty face.
What's the name of an archaeology professor here in the school? Lois?
Let's say, Dr. Jones, of course.
Is this the university
Of
Meriwether
course.
went to or taught at?
What's that?
Is this the university Meriwether taught at? Was this the one I went to?
Sure, it can be.
Maybe we could name drop in between me and Lois being former students. One last wish of his.
Okay.
Well, they're not going to know that he's dead yet. And,
They'll know he's sick, I'm sure. And if they deny me, I shall intimidate them.
good luck to you.
Write a bad expose on the university library.
Okay. And then, Lucky, I'll give you one more library use check.
Jeez.
Yeah, even with the help of the librarian.
I whisper to Lucky, the book is upside down, Lucky.
You find you get excited, but you learn that you just found the book that Wilhelm found earlier about Nafru Ka.
Oh.
But you were like, "Oh, I'm onto something here." And you start to tell everybody, and you're like, and Wilhelm's like, "I already read it."
That is literally the book I just put down, Lucky.
No.
Well, it was in this stack. I just found it in this stack.
Come, let us find the library master, and we will get access to this restricted section. And pull this copy out.
Yeah. So you approach one of the librarians and ask about the restricted collection of the library.
I wish to look at one book here in the library.
She says, "Oh, you will have to get Dr. Henry Armitage permission to read anything in restricted collection." I'm sorry.
Yes, and
that's
he is
way-
where?
Oh, he is a professor here. He may be at home. He may be. Well, class is usually over by now, by 4 o'clock.
Can you point me to his office?
Sure. And they show you a map to his office.
We must hurry, gentlemen.
Let's go.
All right. And so you guys rush through the hallways of the university and make your way to Dr. Armitage's office. His door is closed. Looks like his light is on, though.
I knock convincingly.
And you hear a female voice on the inside say, "You may come in." You guys open the door, and it looks like almost like a lobby in front of his office, and his secretary is there. She says, "Yes, how can I help you?" "I'm just getting ready to close up. I was going to leave in about 10 minutes. You're very lucky."
I'm lucky.
Wilhelm?
Yes, yes.
Perhaps she is female. Use your American thing you do. Hello, Dr. Armitage?
No, I am his assistant.
Ah, my name is Wilhelm Boberg. I work for the Bolshevik Free Press. Am good friend of Professor Merriweather, who we all know is very sick in the hospital.
Oh, yes, I heard.
He has sent us to look for something for him. Even on his deathbed, he will not stop working. You know that, Merriweather.
Yes, yes, he should rest.
We need your permission to look up a passage within a restricted book, the De Vermis Mysteries.
Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to talk with Dr. Armitage. He's in his office on most weekday mornings. He's presently preoccupied with some special studies on many of those restricted books.
I am afraid this cannot wait.
I'm afraid he's not here.
And where may I find him currently?
He is in his office on weekday mornings.
And currently?
I have no idea. Probably working on his studies, or eating dinner, or maybe out with a friend. I have no idea.
Do you know where he lives?
I do not. And I'm sorry, but I must go. I have an appointment I must keep. You'll have to come back tomorrow morning.
I look around the lobby area. Is there any evidence that he does have an assistant? I mean, is she who she says she is?
You don't have any reason to suspect that she's not.
Okay. Okay. Do I see any sort of like pass or key or file or anything that might like indicate a way to like gain access to the restricted area? I'm guessing it's like a caged off area or something that you literally can't get into without a key or something like that.
There's actually, I mean, there's no sign of anything like that. But the assistant, she says, "Look, Wilhelm, is it? Look, I shall leave a note. Do you have a number where he can reach you? I could leave a note for him to call you in the morning."
Yeah, I give her the note of the Free Press.
Okay.
While Wilhelm is talking to her, can I try to like sneak around behind her sight to sneak into his office?
So the office isn't behind her; it's next to her. You could try to sneak over.
Is there a light under the door?
Roll spot hidden.
Okay.
I mean, do we have time to wait a day? I mean, I thought we had to do this like now, because he just died, and this thing's gonna start running amok. Whatever this thing, if there's a thing. For all we know, it was a wild raccoon up in the attic, and he ate some bad mushrooms.
Yeah, you can't tell. You can't tell.
Can I try to skirt around her?
I was trying to make my way to a spot hidden by looking for like keys and stuff. Can I go ahead and roll 1-2 back and layer it up?
Sure. So yeah, it does not look like there's. It looks like it's dark in his office. She says, "Great. I have this number here. I shall make sure that he gets your note first thing in the morning. I shall make sure he knows this is about Professor Merriweather, and that you need access and that it is urgent. He will call you first
thing. It will
thing.
not take much of his time.
No, of course, of course. Now I must
thank you.
I must say good evening to you all.
Good evening."
And she escorts you guys out, and then she locks her office and takes her bag and goes.
Was Lucky still in the back office? Did he?
No.
Oh,
I tried skirting around, and she looked straight at me, and I just kind of smiled.
He tried scooting around, almost knocked over a lamp.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, gentlemen, do we have like a day or two to wait? Like I said, or what kind of timeline are we on here? Can we wait to research this, or
can anybody try to pick the lock?
It would be most helpful.
Does anybody have any? I'll take a look at the lock to see if it's even something that I could figure out.
Then I'm going to go back to the library and try and scope out the. I'm going to try and scope the restricted section out and just kind of.
Yeah. So
what is it?
Yeah, you ask about the restricted section. They explain how it's not physically here. They call it the restricted collection because it's locked away, and only Dr. Armitage has access to the restricted collection. So it's not like
in the basement, or
she doesn't say. She's like, it's restricted, and you don't need to know unless Dr. Armitage gives you special permission.
Charles is gonna find a public phone booth and take a look at the phone book and see if he can find an address on this Dr. Armitage.
Ooh. Okay.
Did they have phone books back then?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Or like just dial an operator? 'Cause they didn't have phone numbers. It's just, you wind it up, you connect it to an operator, and you do the other person.
Yeah.
Right? See. Pretty much is the technology at this point.
Yeah,
no,
that
1920?
probably.
Let me think.
Yeah,
it's around that time.
They would have switchboards and party lines.
1878 phone book was cutting edge technology.
Nice.
Okay, so let's do.
We would need an address if we called the. Man, we could probably ask them for the address too.
See, that's what I was thinking. Back then, you could do that.
Yeah, they did seem pretty helpful in that regards. Much less concerned with that public knowledge stuff.
Privacy laws. Let's see. What's some sort of a skill that you could try to use to find some after hours contact information? Let's see.
God, there is no actual journalist skill. Otherwise, I'd say I'd just start rifling through.
Yeah, or I mean, really, library use kind of encompasses a lot of that shit.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, go for it.
Ugh. Don't even.
Yeah, you try searching through the book. You're like, he seems to be unlisted.
Okay. German.
You can't read German. Let me see. What are you looking for?
Yeah, you think you found a good number.
Professor's address.
Okay.
So call the operator. Ask what the address is for that number.
Okay, follow Chuck's instructions.
Okay. You get an address.
As he's ringing up the operator, Charles just kind of leans in and says, "And be pleasant."
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get an address on the other side of town.
Let's get a cab.
I thought somebody could drive.
They're not here.
Klaus.
Oh, that was Klaus. All right.
I have a bicycle.
That's awesome. Okay. You hail a cab, and you guys head across town. And you find the apartment with the matching the address you were given.
Wow, professor in an apartment. Okay.
I'm just afraid this is gonna, like, for lack of a better word, and normally this would be a good thing, but intimidate him and make him be suspicious and uncooperative, like tracking him down at his home and crashing it. And I don't know. That's why I'm not sure about this.
Does Wilhelm bring this up when they're in the cab ride?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, what day is tomorrow, by the way?
Friday.
Okay. So he'll be in the office tomorrow, supposedly. We're not going to be able to get back into the library in time, I don't think. Although Lois did say that the library is open at all hours. I mean, how much haste do we want to put behind this? We could just wait for tomorrow.
Lucky.
What was that?
What do you think we should do? Go to his house now or wait?
No, let's go to his house.
Wilhelm was a little concerned that it might be a little too intimidating for him. He might start suspecting some things.
Bad form, might be uncooperative.
Oh
Strangers
no,
showing up.
we're going on Merryweather's deathbed request.
Okay.
He should understand that.
So we're just gonna ride that little tell. Okay. Kind of
could
true.
work.
Well, pretty much totally true.
Yeah. Let's see how it plays out. We can be very respectful and apologetic, and then
We'll
let
blame
him
it on
know
the
the
assistant.
severity.
Yeah, we'll blame it on the assistant. We'll say that we could come here. We'll throw her under the bus since she was so uncooperative.
She did her job well. In all fairness.
It's true.
Play it by ear. You might not need to play that card.
Yeah, I'll bring it up only if he does. And we tip the driver.
Okay. All right. You go up and knock on his door. What do you guys do?
Well, we'll knock on his door and wait for him to answer.
Okay. You hear footsteps on the other side, and then the door opens, and you guys see a gentleman. Looks maybe early 40s, and round glasses. He says, "Yes. How can I help you?"
Hello, good sir. Dr. Armitage, I assume?
Yes.
My name is Wilhelm Boberg. Former student of the university and good friend of Professor Merryweather, who we know is very ill in the hospital.
Oh, yes. Has something happened to Professor Merryweather that needs my attention?
In a way, yes. That is why we are here. He is not doing well, not expected to recover, but we all know the hardworking man he is, that even on his deathbed he is still hard at work. And he asked for us to look up something for him that has been puzzling him very much. And it is unfortunately in your power whether or not we can get it or not.
I don't know how I have that sort of control. Why can this not wait till tomorrow? Why do you interrupt my dinner?
We fear
Because the guy
he
just
may
like
not see tomorrow, to be honest, sir. and he would rather rest his soul calmly.
He wants to rest
Having
his
found it.
soul by me giving him something he needs. What is this
In
thing?
a way, we need access to a book that is restricted and locked away.
Well, then, if it is restricted, then you cannot have it. What book is this?
But we must have it for Professor Merriweather. We just need to look up something. We do not need to take possession. It is the De Vermis Mysteris.
No, I am sorry. You must go. That is not possible. I am sorry. You wasted your time here. Good day.
Professor, I understand that
I'm
you've been
afraid
doing a little
not.
research as well.
And he gets really huffy, and you see sweat beads coming down his face. You will leave immediately, or I will call the police. And he
We have a
slams the
common
door.
interest, sir.
Slams the door in your face.
My
Wow.
foot's in the jam.
Yeah, Willem's foot was in the jam.
So does he?
You will
is this
remove
like
your
a,
foot immediately, or I will call the police.
You will open this door and give us possession of the book.
I will do nothing of the kind.
You will do this.
I will not. Sweat speeding down his face. You have no understanding of what you ask. You, nor anyone else, must read anything in that book.
Unfortunately, it's a little late for that, Professor.
Even if you
And-
kill me dead, now where I stand, I will never give you this book.
We need to have this conversation inside.
You
Charles
need to have
pushes
this
the door
conversation
open.
with the police. You are thugs.
No, he didn't.
You are not
He didn't
students.
say that.
What's that?
Charles pushes the door open and pushes him inside.
Let's see. Do a strength check.
Okay.
You push your way into the door.
And he'll try to get him to, like, push him into a couch or a chair or something like that.
You try, but he moves around. He moves around it. And he's standing
Okay.
on the other. Now there's a chair between you. He starts shouting, "Help! Help! Call the police! It's robbery and villains! Help!
Just relax, Professor.
Help!" And
Relax.
his voice is just echoing down the hallway. Murderers! Dogs! Villains!
Charles knows one way to handle this. I take it you two aren't doing anything?
I told you this would happen.
I don't know what's going on.
Thieves!
Professor, can you please calm down? We're just
He opens
trying
up his
to
apartment
talk
window and
here.
yells, "Help! Help! Police! Police! Ah, there! Yes, you! Yes, you! Come up here! Yes!"
Yeah, it's time to leave.
Slip out the back. Jack.
Okay. Lois is like, What is going on?" All right, who's jumping? Gonna try to go out
That's
the
not
window.
exactly a
Ah!
slip out the back, is it?
I was thinking the window, but I think twice and go down the back stairs.
I'll jump
Yeah,
out
you,
the
you try to
window.
you try to jump the last few steps, but you fall, hit your knee on the ground.
Charles will
Can I
help
try
him
to
up.
jump out the window?
Dude, we're already out of there.
Okay.
Let's leave the window jumping at dolphins in the other campaign.
I'm pretty good at. I'm an acrobat though.
Chatter on Sunday nights. Thank you.
Shameless plug.
All right. Yeah, we gotta slip away from this fucking irrational people.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, it became pretty clear.
He knew something though. He was hiding something.
There
there
was.
Well, he feels very strongly about that particular book, and so doesn't look like there's any way at this time that you're going to be able to, intimidate or anything on this guy.
So where are these rare books kept at the university?
They
Can we
wouldn't tell
sneak
you.
in there?
They wouldn't tell you. Who says they're at the university? No one would tell you.
So after we leave, can I stick my ear to the door and listen to what he says? Is there anybody else in the apartment?
Dude, the cops are coming up.
Yeah,
to
the
that
cops are
apartment.
coming
We're
up
not
to the
going to be
apartment.
hanging outside.
Oh, yeah, screw that.
Does Lois know where the restricted section is?
She was never able to get access to it.
And the students didn't have rumors or anything?
Yeah, crazy rumors that it was actually in Paris and things like that. That it was in the
Well, I guess that book's off the
cemetery.
table.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone speaking of it while I was a student here.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You do not.
No one really put that much thought into it.
Well, guys,
Lois
should
says,
we
"I need a
like-
drink."
Sounds good.
So what phase is the moon in? Is it close to the same phase that was mentioned in the journal?
Yeah, I would say it's getting dark. It's cloudy. You can't see. You can't tell.
So we know that there are translations in their stuff at the house. We could go there and just try and grab it in the daylight. I feel a lot safer.
Correct.
What about the professor's house or apartment? Maybe he has more information there.
I think that's a dead end at this point.
Yeah, I think
We're kind of pushing the line there.
he put everything that was pertinent in the box, and then the house will probably contain the rest of the information. There is some information in the journal about one of them thinking that they could reverse the summoning. So if that's the case, then most likely, yeah, the information is there, or at least we can hope.
Or gives us something to go on. Some new lead, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think, not necessarily go there and, I mean, we know it's upstairs from what's in the journal. All their accoutrements and stuff, which I assume is the papers are going to be part of that, and so we can grab those up and just take off and study them, plus any items that might be with them, and go from there. Maybe, I don't know.
So we head up in the morning.
Yep, that sounds good. Early, bright and early.
Okay. All right. So you guys head back to your apartments and take it easy for a second. So while we're doing that, why don't we take a quick bio break?
Okay.
So let's see. This one. There we go. All right, we will be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Cool.
All right, who else is back?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So whenever you guys are ready. So waiting for Bryce and
Yep, I
Laird.
just came back on.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Hello.
Sweet.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just waiting a couple seconds here for Laird to get back.
Oh, okay. I wasn't the last.
No.
Pretty cool. This is fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next morning, what do you guys like to do?
Quick light breakfast. Off to our meeting.
Sharpen my my knives.
Sharpen your
I'll bring
knife.
my-
Which meeting are you
I'll
going
bring my rabbit rifle.
to? Oh, man, which meeting are you guys going to?
I think he
I'll
meant,
leave it. I'll leave it.
I think he meant barn, right? We're gonna go out to the barn and see if we can retrieve information and then get the hell out of there and read
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no point in meeting with the Professor Henry
Yeah,
Armitage,
Armitage.
after the accosting your American friend did.
Such a brute.
He probably would have
He did
apologized
bruise.
about that outburst after, like went on the cab ride back or something like that.
Yeah, Lois is like, I understand, of course. I help you relax later.
That'd be lovely.
Snap.
So the next morning, what are you guys doing? So you went one full night
Quick.
without knowing. So he died the day before, and so
I
now
didn't
it's
sleep much.
been a full night of his death. Who knows what was going on?
I left a lamp on overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, quick
Knowing
breakfast.
what might
And
be
we'll
loose in the world.
we'll head to that barn or farmhouse.
Okay, so you guys probably meet up at like a coffee house or something in the morning. And
Some cafe.
Yep.
2 pints.
The 15 stack.
Right. And yeah, you guys got to find a ride to Ross's Corners, west of Berlin.
That's what it was called. I missed that.
Yeah, it's located outside of Ross's Corners.
And the 10 stack still fantastic is there's N Steppel.
That's great.
Yeah, you find your favorite place. Okay. There is a bus that goes from Berlin to Munich, and it does pass through Ross's Corners.
Okay.
And so, and it is pretty early. Leaves around 8:45 in the morning, but Ross's Corners isn't too far away, so it does stop there at 10 o'clock in the morning. So you will have to...
That'll do.
Yep.
Very
So you
good.
guys hurry and buy yourselves bus tickets to Ross's Corner and head on over there. Okay. All right. And
It's a little place, isn't it?
yeah, a short ride later, around 10 o'clock, you guys hop off of the bus at this place called Ross's Corner. Looking around, Ross's Corners consists of a few tired buildings and homes. The prosperity of the local farms look as though they've been in a bit of decline. It's a very small town. The population sign says 40. You see a church. You see a combination general store, post office, and gas station, and a milk depot at the community centers.
Excellent. Do they have cab service, or is there any way to rent a carriage or something?
Go to a local shop, inquire about the address to the house, like how to get there from here.
Okay.
I'll go to the post office place and inquire if there's. I'm doing research for the circus, and I'm looking for spooky ghost happenings or stories or something like that in the area, especially anything recently.
Okay. So both of you can do you could try a charm, a fast talk. You tell me what skill you want to use to talk with people.
And Charles wants to find out what they're selling for 5 cents at that place.
Do you really have to ask? Really? Because I want to go bowling. I want to go
I heard that place over there makes really comfortable shoes.
I'll try persuade. Nope.
Okay, so you try to persuade us. Hey, I'm looking for some spooky places here in Ross's Corner. There's like the person you talk to. He's just like, keep looking. Definitely. The guy you're talking to is dour, unsmiling, looks at you suspiciously. And then Wilhelm, you were going to try to talk to somebody. You try to intimidate someone. You're just like, tell me where the old house is or something.
I was trying to fake being a tax collector or something like that, and try and find out where this address is. But
oh yeah, the same. Yeah, I don't know. Again, you're getting this exceptionally dour, unsmiling, suspicious kind of response. And go ahead and give me. I want Wilhelm and Lucky to do a psychology check.
I was gonna go across the street and try a different method.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so
Up is down, down is up.
Lucky, you suspect that the residents in this town are experiencing something else besides the proverbial German reticence.
So hey guys, so I have to read my audience all the time. I read people pretty well sometimes, and they're not quite right here. Have you noticed how somber they are? Even for us Germans,
Now
there's
that you
something
mention
not
it.
right here.
Yeah. And
Is
then,
that something Wilhelm would notice?
Now that you mention it, does seem a bit that way.
yeah,
Very-
now that it's pointed
very
out,
dour.
you all notice it. But that doesn't stop Wilhelm from trying again with someone
Yeah,
else
across the street,
across
different
the
shop,
street.
trying to find. Hello, kind sir. Try a different method. It's never worked before.
Okay. And you ask
I'd
about
smile,
the old
I think it's
farmhouse.
called.
You give this odd smile. And you ask about the old farmhouse and given the address and all that. You learn that the locals here say that it is haunted. That there is
There you go, Lucky.
a Ma Peters who runs the general store. She says to you, she sniffs at the stories, and she states that the taxes are always paid on the place. And she goes on to say that Mr. Merriweather in Berlin has owned it for years and has done nothing with it, as nearly everybody knows. Country people make it their business to know who is responsible for local property.
Fascinating. Do go
So
on.
I ask her, is there been anything that's been going on? I'm with the circus, and we always need new stories and stuff like that. Is there been any kind of spookiness going on or anything like that?
Anyone
haunted-
coming and going?
Well, she says. Last night, actually, something happened. A local woman, she disappeared. Her name's Maggie McFurter.
So it shall be every night until we stopped this gentleman.
She's she went out after dark to check on their horses. She's a farmer's wife. And she went out after dark to check on the horses, and no one's seen her since.
I hear a song coming.
Her husband, is he been pretty somber lately, like most of the people around here?
I don't know what you mean. But I will say this. Any suspicious looks you might have got today are likely on account of that. Folks out here are a little shy about strangers right now. So, don't think nothing of it.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Charles and Lois would probably look for some kind of a hotel or boarding house where we could get some rooms for us.
So, who has the address?
I believe I did, and I was just gonna bring that up. Was she able to point me in the direction of where it was?
You ask her for directions, and she says, "Oh yeah, you take the Boone Road that runs north out of town, and then you turn left down the path about 2 miles. The path comes just after an old tree that's damaged. It was hit by lightning. It kind of stands by the roadside there."
Much thanks, Ma Peters.
Hmm.
And I buy a couple things.
Okay. Get some chewing gum or something.
Yeah, some snacks for back at the hotel.
A big pickle.
Okay. So the house is about 2 miles away. Not too far.
Before we get to the house, when
Yeah,
the group of us are alone, Charles is going to share. Gentlemen, in the journal, there was mention of some additional wards to contain the spirit that were added. So we do have a chance that it may not yet have found its way out, even though Rupert has passed. Rupert seemed to be comforted by the fact that these additional wards were added. So we may have a little bit of time yet.
Though this missing Maggie person is a bad foreboding.
Of course.
Lead
Well,
on,
let's
Lucky.
get out there, guys.
Yeah, we'll have to head out there, and definitely before noon. We want to be able to get stuff, do a little investigation, and get out before the sun goes down.
Yeah, it's only
Maybe
2 miles.
Lois can find us.
I mean,
maybe Lois can find us a place to stay, and then we can go out there and check it out.
She says, I'm not staying here. I'm educated, intelligent, beautiful woman. I'm not your slave.
She's our scientific eye.
And so even if you walked, I mean, it's 2 miles, it'll probably take you 40 minutes.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm
we'll
doing.
make our way out.
All right, so you guys head down to the farmhouse. Okay, let me... There we go.
Yep, there's the burnt tree from the lightning.
Yep.
Turn down this path. It must be just up ahead yonder.
Yes. Let's see. I think I have a photo I can show you as well of the farmhouse.
Creepy.
Look at those symbols above every opening.
Yeah. All right.
Fascinating. I shall take a picture.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a photo.
Should I like crawl up on the roof and listen to the attic and see if the thing's still up in there bumping around?
So, before you do anything, you guys walk for about 40 minutes down the road. It's pretty quiet, not a lot of traffic. You find the damaged tree, and not far from it, you see this old farmhouse. This house is of 18th century salt box design with a high-peaked roof and windows flanked by sagging shutters.
It's the same type of house that I'm living in right now.
Oh my god.
My house was built in 1885, so
well,
it's a salt box.
While most of the windows are broken, the ones still intact are filthy and resemble frosted glass due to the years of dirt and dust. It's a single-story structure. Doesn't look terribly big. All the shingles are intact. The whole place exudes a strange and unsettling atmosphere. There's no birdsong in the trees, just the sound of the many branches swaying in the breeze. It's as if the house has been sitting waiting for many years.
And then we hear this tree, tree.
Oh, you're like, Klaus, how did you get here?
If those are the symbols that I read about in the journal, this thing's no longer in whatever attic it spoke of. Although I don't see an attic here.
Appears one story with maybe like a crawl space up above, maybe.
That's it.
Perhaps.
I was thinking 2 stories for some reason. That's fine. Easier to slip in and out.
Actually, I think it was mentioning that it was upstairs in the barn.
Let's see. Let me move your tokens here so you guys can also just kind of tell me what you guys are doing.
Whoa, we're so big.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to... So it's just representational here. And so yeah, it looks like there's the old farmhouse. Looks like you see what looks like the remains of a porch swing over here. Looks like there's a barn in the back. Looks like maybe there's a well on the other side.
I think we should walk around the whole property first, around the house and the barn and everything like that before we approach it. What do you guys think?
It's not a bad idea. Get a view of the place before we invest too much.
Yep, walk around it first before we go in. Is there a lot? I mean, are there other houses nearby, or is there people watching us or anything?
Tokens?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. All right.
Yoop.
Okay. Yeah, the live stream is being kind of weird. The screen's not refreshing for some reason. But now it sees the tokens. All right.
So I'll start walking down this way. Is this rectangle in the grass representative of anything, or is that just like...
Roll a spot hidden.
I want to try to move the grass. Can I double down and
Sure.
look at it closely?
Yeah, you take a look and you're just like, yeah, you don't notice anything unusual about the place.
Oh, no!
Oh, you tried to push it?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're going to push a skill check, you got to tell me. And then before you roll, you have to tell me what critical failure is going to happen if you are unable to succeed on the push. Right? So you failed, so something terrible is going to happen to you. What terrible thing and embarrassing horrible thing?
One of my boots laces break or something like that when I'm like trying to kick the grass around or something. I lose my boot.
How about you stick your foot into a gopher hole and it pulls your boot off, and then you step right into some sort of like animal manure.
Oh, man. So I guess I'm not going to be walking around the place. I'm going to be trying to get the crap off my foot.
You hear Lois giggling.
I peer in a window.
Yeah, I'm going to have to move this over here. Okay, that's fine. Hang on one second. I got to make some adjustments here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you are going to...
I am as big as a house. Oh, look a well.
Let's close that. I got to close a bunch of windows. This thing is just...
Wilhelm's not one of them. Let it go.
Close that.
Lucky, are you damaged? It looks like you're damaged.
It does look like he's missing some health. If you lost a hit point, you will get it back. So you can update your character sheet if you got hurt in the last adventure. It's been a month, so you're good.
The only thing that's down with my character is the sanity.
Yeah.
From a little bit earlier in this game.
Right. Yeah. Everyone lost 1 sanity.
Right, and that's the only thing that's reflecting on my tags above my avatar.
Yeah. There we go.
For me, anyway.
There we go.
All right. So Lucky, you hear Lucky like ah, and you see him walking around with 1 boot. And Wilhelm, go ahead and roll a spot hidden as you kind of investigate around the farmhouse itself. Excellent. Inside, it looks like you can see a... Let's see from there. You can see what looks like a chair, a fireplace, a table with some documents on it. And then, Chuck, what are you doing?
This wood thing by this tree here. What's that?
Yeah, that looks like a collapsed lean-to.
Okay, no indication that there might be anything interesting underneath.
Let's see here. I'm going to move your token for a minute, see where you are. Okay, so there's a collapsed lean-to, and then behind that looks like a privy.
Okay, so Chuck will investigate that.
Okay, go ahead and roll your spot hidden.
Oh, come on.
Ooh. All right, off in the bushes over here, in some knee-high grass,
Oh no.
you spot what looks like a dead raccoon.
Okay, is it any indication of how it died?
You go over and investigate further. You flip the carcass over, and it looks like the animal's chest is stained with clotted blood, and there's a large hole that has been bored into its chest. Go ahead and give me, you choose, either biology, medicine, or natural world.
Okay, let's see. Now I've got to find all of those.
I know medicine and natural world are bottom center.
Yeah, where's biology?
Probably in science skills, top right. I don't have it, but I'm guessing that's where it'd be.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it listed there. We're going to have to go with natural world. That would make a little sense, too. So,
Okay. Okay.
didn't really discover anything there.
You do not.
I'm gonna listen at this window, see if there's anything in this place before I circle around.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Lucky's gonna make his way to the well to see if he can retrieve some water to clean his foot off and stuff like that. He'll check down the well.
Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and you look down the well. So this is a water well made of large stones. There's a bucket and a rope. But close inspection on that, it looks like that bucket would not hold any water. It's definitely very, very rotted and needs to be replaced.
Oh. Well, I'm a pretty good climber. Does it look like... Can I, like, crawl down to stick my foot in the water and wash it off? Because it's got shit all over it.
Yeah, sure. Do a climb roll. Oh, man, I'm afraid. Yeah, you climb down. There's some, forest debris on the top, like needles and stuff floating, but you stick your foot in the water and shake it off and wash it off and climb out. No problem.
Do I spot anything odd down here in the well?
It's pretty dark, so you could try a. Let's see, this one's going to be more challenging to do a spot hidden. Let's see, we're going to change a. I'd say your
Hard?
roll options would go to extreme. It's dark down here. So on your character
Okay.
sheet, I think you can change it over to extreme and then try the spot hidden. No. That's totally dark down
Nope.
here.
I'll make my way back up.
Yep, no problem.
I'm gonna look through this side of the house.
Let's see if it's on that side. Yeah, looking inside, now you're looking at a desk underneath that window. It looks like you think that you see a blanket rolled up, almost like in a sleeping bag kind of style. You definitely get the feeling of like maybe there's someone here.
Chuck's making his way around the barn, investigating the outside of the barn.
Okay.
Does the barn have the same symbols on it the house does?
All right, so the barn is in really bad shape. And so in order to get close enough to search it, you'll have to traverse some debris. And that will require a dex roll. Let's see if you can do it without tripping. Or you could say, forget it, I don't want to get close to it. It's up to you. Okay, so yeah, you traverse through there. You find the remains of several rusted farm tools and horse tack. And that is it.
All right.
Lucky's
Does it-
gonna try to climb up the house and then listen to the attic.
Okay, so you're going to try to climb up the house. Okay, so let's do... Because its house is not in great shape, we're going to do another climb roll. We're going to keep it on extreme, though, because a lot of stuff is rotten here.
Okay.
Yeah, you try, and yeah, you can't do it. You just grab pieces of the house and just like rotted wood falls off into your hand. You're like, oh shoot.
Okay, I'm not going up there, guys. That's not safe.
And now I'm gonna look from this side.
Okay. All right, from this side, there's a window. Looks like there's a table, some chairs. Looks like there might be some stairs going down into a cellar, and then you can spot the front door over here.
Are you seeing anything, Wilhelm?
Yes, yes. I relay everything.
Hey, Chuck.
Well,
Hey,
way
Chuck.
down, a rolled up blanket, like a sleeping bag. Some chairs, table. I just get the spooky feeling this place is not empty.
Lois is like, oh, look, a potato. She pulls a potato out of the ground.
Hey, be careful over there. That ground's not stable.
Yes, I think this was a garden.
Hey, Chuck, did you see anything in the barn?
Just a bunch of rusted tools and a barn that's barely standing.
Oh, there were some papers on a table on the other side of the house. That's right.
Shall we go in? I'll go up to the door here and
I see why not at this point, gentlemen.
That's what we're here
Open-
for.
open the door.
Jinxies.
I'll pull out one of my knives. And then open up the door.
Okay. All right, I'm going to move your tokens.
Those are some awesome effects as we get whisked away.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Just give me 1 second.
So
here.
Coca-Cola was out in the 1920s. Do you think that Jinx Buy Me a Coke thing was around then?
A spritzer, sarsaparilla.
Give me some of that good old sarsaparilla.
Okay.
I think they had soda water by then.
Yeah.
They did. Coke was out.
And ginger beer and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's right. You were saying it was out. So yeah, there you go.
All right, so you open up this door, and let's see, not that one.
Jinxies does sound just like a very 20s, 30s kind of word too.
Or 60s.
That's true. I'm gonna have to look it up now. But we digress.
Okay. All right, so you see a wood stove right directly in front of you. Go ahead and make a listen roll for me.
I'm also gonna get my camera out at this point.
Okay, so, well, not you guys, because only Lucky's in there right now. So, Lucky, yep, sounds quiet in here. You see a table and some chairs. You see a couch, coffee table, stairs going
I won't
down.
say anything, but I'll motion
Open.
Wilhelm to like come on in,
Yeah, looks
and
totally fine.
I'll move more
Okay.
towards the center of the room.
All right, Wilhelm, give me a listen check. Okay. Totally quiet.
I'll move along the wall here.
Okay.
Is this the papers anywhere on
This
these
is why.
tables? That I
Why
had
is
spotted
everyone
earlier?
so edgy? What is problem in here? Why are you so edgy? She says loudly. It's just house. And she just plops herself down into the chair, kicks her feet up on the coffee table. Chuck, go ahead and give me a listen check.
Okay. I'd like to use the one that I rolled earlier, Bob.
No. Okay. This chair is comfy, she says. All right.
He'll walk up behind her, massage her shoulders a little bit.
I'll move into the living room.
All right.
Or
So you
whatever
see
this
a fireplace. You see
Hey,
a
Wilhelm.
table with some stuff on it. You
See what's on the table.
You see blankets, a chair, all kinds of stuff.
I
What
can't
is
get
that?
these.
Is that a door?
Yep, it's another door.
Okay.
And I
What is
can't get
that?
these rings stuck in the wall or candle holders.
Rings stuck in the wall.
Lamp
Like
holder
that.
or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you guys step to the front door of the farmhouse. It's dirty. Appears long untouched. There's a foul odor in here. Everything's pretty dusty. There's a lot of dust on the furniture and empty shelves. You find dead leaves on the floor.
I'll check the blankets.
Okay. There's the wooden floor appears to be warped and stained. And you can see, rot eating away on tables and the old couch. Lois says, maybe this chair is why it's so smelly. And she gets up and kind of looks at the chair with disgust.
This place is a bit old.
And let's see here. Take a look at the blankets. Okay. And yeah, they're blankets, but these do not appear to be. These do not appear to be as dusty. Maybe.
Do they look like a sleeping arrangement, or are they just like
Give me a spot hidden.
blankets that...
Yeah, this does look like a sleeping arrangement with these blankets.
Well, this place had a guest at one point. Here's his pillow. Here's his covers. Or her. Might have been her.
I'm gonna pick, kind of crouch down and then pick the pillow up and actually kind of give it a sniff. See if maybe can tell by a perfume, perhaps, or cologne, or no semblance thereof.
Roll spot hidden.
Okay. Ooh.
You can't tell. There's so many smells going on in this room. You're just like, you can't tell.
Has there been any fires recently?
Let's see.
I'll check around in the fireplace and look up the flue and
Yeah, let's see.
see if the dampers rusted shut or...
Yeah, go ahead and give me a spot hidden. You can't tell.
Damn, your rolls tonight have just sucked, man. I feel so bad for you. I was worried when you were going for the well because it's been nothing but failures.
Yeah, he made that one. He made that one.
I knew you had a Spider-Man skill going on, but damn, I was worried.
Fall
And
into the water.
I think to answer your question from earlier, I think that's a bar latch, because if you see these little things here on either side of the door, and then that in the back of the door,
Oh, yeah.
which doesn't exist on this door, I think that's probably what that's for.
Hey, Wilhelm, what have you found on the table?
The papers. I read them.
Oh. Yeah, so you go over there and you start taking a look there. And you realize upon closer inspection, this isn't so much a stack of papers. This looks like an unpacked bindle. So a piece of cloth that maybe a hobo would tie up at the end and put on the end of a stick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's contained within it?
That's a good word.
There's some canned food in there, some a dirty fork, a little knife, a little tin can opener, tin can opener key.
They did a good job with this image. There's even a bindle stick there.
And a tin can.
Is there a vagabond that's been in here?
It appears so.
It looks that way, yeah. So nothing pertaining to what we're dealing with.
I do not believe so. Are there any cupboards or anything like that around here?
Some
I
stairs
checked
going
that.
Everyone
down.
give me a listen roll again. All right. Both Chuck and Wilhelm, you both look at each other as you both hear the sound of movement coming from below. You distinctly hear a can like rattle.
Chuck
it
pulls
came
out
from
his gun
underneath
and makes sure there's a bullet in the chamber and moves over to the stairs.
Lois goes,
What's up with
Chuck,
that,
what-
Chuck?
why are you so...
And then he's gonna say, "Come up from downstairs, slowly."
You don't hear anything.
Does somebody have a torch? Did anybody?
I had
bring
said
a-
earlier I was going to get a lantern in my rifle, so I assume I at least got my lantern.
Okay. So light that thing and then back me up and keep the light ahead of me.
Okay.
Stay behind and off to the side.
And we'll slowly make our way down the stairs. Gonna try and check blind corners, do the whole military invading a place kind of thing.
Okay.
Lucky, your assistance, please?
Yes, yes. I'll have a knife at the ready
Okay.
and a couple other knives in my other hand.
All right. So all of you are heading down the stairs?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Grab your tokens here. Marching order, who's going first, Lucky or Wilhelm?
No, Charles.
Chuck,
I mean, after. So I know, yeah, so Chuck's going first, but
gotcha.
who's going?
then me off to the side so I can peer the lantern around him.
Yeah,
And
it's,
then I'll be
Kind
behind.
of
Scott.
zigzaggy.
yeah, it's kind of narrow.
As zigzaggy as we can.
Yeah.
Do you think the vagabond took all of the papers?
I think the vagabond is eaten.
Okay. All right, so you guys head down the stairs. Okay, so now you're down below a little bit. As you head down
Lois,
into the cellar.
keep a eye upstairs for us.
So, Chuck, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll. All right. So, as you guys are heading down these stairs, Chuck, you spot coming out from around the corner, you see this guy running straight towards you. That if you had not spotted him, oh man, he would have gotten surprised and would have gone first. Boom, boom, boom. As this guy, got this crazy look in his eye. As he's running.
Oh, I
towards
just
you.
realized there's a second part. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, we're down a little bit.
There we go.
Does he look like just somebody who's afraid and defending himself?
That you don't know. All
Okay,
right, so he's gonna get that bonus because you spotted him. All right, so what I need to know, because he's running at you.
Mm-hmm.
So let me open up his character sheet here. So in Call of Cthulhu, you don't roll initiative. Initiative is determined by
By what skills revealed?
Turn tracker.
It's the dexterity. I'm not sure if we can use a turn tracker here. I don't think.
Well, I see under combat, I see dodge, build, damage bonus, movement rate, turn tracker.
Oh, you see that on there? Where do you see that?
Under the combat tab.
Turn tracker. Excellent. Okay, so everyone hit the turn tracker button. Click your token and then hit the turn tracker button. It's just going to
Oh,
It's just going to populate your
Sorry.
score into the turn order.
there you go.
Yeah, there's no roll.
Yeah. So, and then Chuck, did you find that as well, the turn tracker number?
I'm on the combat page, but I'm looking for the... Oh, there it is.
There we go. All right. So it looks like, is it highest goes first? Let's see. Lucky, what is your dexterity? It's got to be high.
75.
Yeah. All right. So highest goes first. And so, Chuck, you spot Red Jake. You're like, hey! And this guy comes running out of the darkness. Lucky gets to go first.
Does he look like he's going to attack Chuck?
He does.
I'm going to try to tackle him.
Okay. What are you going to do? Brawl?
I'm going to try to jump and kick him or something.
Yeah, like brawl.
I guess so. Brawl. It's not a very good skill of mine. But hey.
Oh, you got a hard success.
Nice.
I don't want to, like, kill a vagabond with a knife or something, but I want to stop him from attacking.
You go jumping forward. He meant, but
I just can't win, damn it!
with this crazy look in his face, he manages to dodge out of the way. All right, Chuck.
Well, with that little bit of chaos, I mean, yeah, he's gonna probably brawl also.
Okay.
And I'm thinking I'd like to cinematically, I'd like to catch the guy under the arm and just kind of flip him over onto his back. However, it's more likely, I think, that
Just
he'd
pistol
probably
whip
just
him.
pop him one.
Okay.
So
A little fisticuffs action there.
yeah. So while he's kind of ducking that thing, Chuck just,
Yeah.
poof, with
Oh, you
his
pop him.
offhand.
Boom! You punch him. Go ahead and roll your. You should have a damage on the character sheet 2 for the brawl. It's usually 1d3.
Is that going to be under combat?
Yeah, it's usually under combat.
I only have my gun under combat, even though I have got brawling trained up.
So yeah, just roll a 1d3.
Okay, there's one up there that you set up.
Yeah.
So boom.
Oh
3 points.
man, you clock him good. Holy smokes. Okay. All right.
Kind of clock him and be like, "Get down!" Boom.
Yeah, so you would step off of the stairs so that you could reach him, and you come down and pow, pop him one. Excellent. All right. And now he is going to... you punch him right in the face, and he's like, oh! And so he rushes this way and is going to attack. He's got a table leg in his hand, and he's gonna swing that. He's got this wild, crazy look in his face. He's just like, ah! He swings at Wilhelm with this table leg.
I've done nothing. Why me?
Oh, he misses. Wilhelm.
Following Lucky's lead, I'm going to throw myself off the stairs at him and try and tackle him down.
Okay. Well, how come his hit points aren't?
Nice.
There. Wasn't attached. All right. Oh, you try to... All right, you're going to try to grab him. Oh, he...
Leap down the stairs, yep.
Oh, but you got a hard success, so I'm going to give it to you. You tackle him. Oh. and drag him down here to the bottom. Lucky.
Chuck, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Lucky's gonna go and restrain his arms or legs or whatever appendages are like out from underneath Wilhelm to subdue him.
Yeah, brawl. That's what you're doing. Jesus. I was even giving you a bonus here where I was just like, oh, I'm going to add, whatever he rolls, I'm going to add a little bit here. It's like, oh my God, an 82. Yeah,
Can't
so
add that much.
You run over, but your boot's still wet. You slip a little bit and slide.
And he's squirming all over the place.
Yeah, he's squirming, so you're not able to do anything. Chuck.
He'll try to put his weight on the guy as well, and maybe get the gun to his head to really calm him down.
Ooh,
but let's start with the getting his weight on him. So we're gonna continue with brawling here, probably.
Yep. Ooh, hard success even. All right.
So just kind of sits on those appendages, and then follow up when he can on his turn with the gun to the head. Just say, calm down. He's going to say in a really calm voice. He's supposed to calm down, relax.
And I'm screaming behind him.
So,
Stop this nonsense.
Yep. So
tell us everything we know.
Go ahead and roll 1d3 on that, because he's not, going to be taken down that easily. I mean, he is fighting back hard. Okay.
Well, and you're just smashing it.
Another 3 points. All right, so you smash him again. He's just like, oh, and now he's not fighting back.
What's your name?
He starts rambling. He's almost incoherent. How's crazy? Give me a psychology roll, Chuck.
Okay, psychology.
Nice. So, you determine, you've seen this before. You saw this in the war. This guy's in shock.
Okay.
You need to find a way to calm him down. You know this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anybody have any booze?
No.
Okay. So, actually, I think we're going to stop there. Yeah, we're going to stop there.
You have any booze?
No, we got any booze? Tune in next week and find out if anybody has any booze in this house. Yeah. So, right on. Well done. You subdued this guy. You learned a little bit here with the... let's clear that. Yeah, you've got a crazy guy in the house. You found, some supplies up top. You found this crazy guy down below, somebody who's in shock, and you managed to subdue him. Well done. All right, cool. So, so we're just gonna wrap it up there, and then we will continue with.
I think it's just Klaus.
Maybe it is. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and tune in next time.
Are you gonna roll skills?
Nope. We're not done with the. We're not done with the investigation. Yep. So that waits till later. This one, I knew this one was going to take 2 sessions. This one's a little bit of a longer investigation, and so. But I think this one is going to be a 2-parter. I don't think it's going to take longer than that.
Cool.
But yeah, right. I mean, you guys have just barely scratched the surface here, but this is when it starts moving. So well done. All right, tune in next time, everyone.
Right on. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Awesome. Keep smiling.